What does it mean to be a man in today's evolving world? How do we as men not only step up as men in this world, but transform the definition of masculinity itself? To be the lovers, the heroes, and the role models that the world so desperately craves. How do we begin to recreate our connection to manhood? This is that movement. We are ushering in a new generation of men and a new definition of masculine power to radically transform your sex life, your love life, your work life, and your world. I am Destin Garrick, and this is The Evolved Masculine, redefining sex, power, and success. Hey everyone, this is Destin Garrick, and you're listening to The Evolved Masculine, redefining sex, power, and success. I've been gone for a little while. I did a radio show just yesterday on 100.7 FM, The Viper Rocks, the Morning Hangover show. The host, DC, saw me on an old Showtime Penn and Teller's Bullshit episode on orgasms from 10 years ago, and had to invite this, what do you call me, the rock and roll sex dude? I said Erotic Rockstar, close enough, and these days I prefer to say the artist formerly known as the Erotic Rockstar. So he invited me on his show. It's the number one rated morning show in 15 different cities in the US. And it was fun. So I was just on for maybe a 12-minute segment, and I'm still pouring my energy into a different part of my business right now and gathering new interviews to jump back onto the podcast bandwagon with you all. I want to be able to share this with you because maybe you missed me. I've missed you. I promise I will be back relatively soon. In the meantime, check out my segment. Here it is.
And you guys have got to take the time to get us to that relaxed point so it can be a mutually beneficial
So Zav and I say that it's not cheating.
I
No.
say
girl.
it is.
Not if he's
Ricky thinks it is.
throwing it out there and saying, I will be gone. He's like inviting this. He's saying,
That's why
I'm giving you a time.
And how many times in her message did she say, well, I can't deny that I don't think he's hot.
But she says herself that it's cheating. She thinks it's cheating. Because she kept saying,
she's
I'm
kinda
not going
worried
to
about it.
cheat on my husband.
Well, she's saying at the beginning, I think she was saying that if he didn't know that this guy was around, she was saying she wouldn't just go off to the bedroom and do him.
So since it's husband sanctioned,
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to come in with a shotgun.
you don't know that, do you?
Well, you got to know your man well enough to know if he's that psychotic that he would set you up, and then the minute you're doing something with this guy, he would come in with a gun, then he was going to be psycho anyway.
This could be a slippery slope. What if this is just the tip of the iceberg? Like, hey, do this dude, and now he wants you to go do somebody else the next week.
In the end, most of these don't work out.
They could do it on the slopes, a slippery slope. Hello. Good morning. Wake up, wake up.
Good morning.
Hey,
Hey,
Hey.
is it cheating or not?
If he's pushing it, no.
Thank you. And why are you convinced that it's not?
Because cheating to me is a breaking of agreements. They're having an agreement.
That's something to think about.
the rational way of thinking.
Expound on that a little more. It's the breaking of an agreement.
We're not living in the age of our parents. There's so many different types of relationships that people create now, and I don't believe that the old rules apply anymore. As long as everybody involved is agreeing to the type of relationship they want to be having,
Okay.
it's all good.
Now, is this our friend that was supposed to be on Friday?
It is.
It's our friend that was supposed to be on Friday.
Oh,
What good timing, though, as
Yay,
we're
Friday, friend.
discussing this. This is Destin. Am I saying your name right?
You got it.
Garrick?
Garrick.
Destin Garrick. And what do they call you? The rock and roll? What is it?
Well, I used to be known as the Erotic Rockstar.
That's it. The
I like
erotic
to think-
rock star.
I like to think that he's largely retired.
But I saw you.
He does come out to play.
You were on a ton of shows. I mean, there are clips of you on with Penn and Teller on their show on Showtime, and then just 100 others when I looked you up on YouTube. So you've been interviewed by a lot of big people for your erotic. So
What is that? Yeah,
Yeah,
tell me what this is.
you're helping the men, aren't you? Kind of.
Do you want to know about my past or my present early?
Well,
How did you get the name
both.
Erotic Rock and Roll Man or whatever it is?
Both, because I want to take people through how I found you and then up to what you're doing now.
Sure. The Erotic Rockstar was really born in 2007, which is 10 years ago now.
Okay.
And he was a good 7-year run. I have a 20-year history in sexuality education and teaching and working with other people around sexuality. The first part of it was very academic. I started it in college, and then I hit this point where I realized something was really off in my own life, and I needed to do a major, what we'll call personal makeover. And in that, I reinvented myself, and I created a larger-than-life persona that I dubbed the Erotic Rockstar. And I pushed those words as far as I could imagine. In fact, please allow yourself to go into your fantasies about what that could mean, and it was probably more intense and crazy and over the top than
Yeah,
that.
because I saw you with Penn and Teller. You had a guy that had come to your class or workshop or whatever it was, and you were trying to help him learn how to have multiple orgasms.
That's still my present. That's easy for me these days.
See?
Easy to
When you
teach
say
guys how to do that?
Multiple in one session?
Well, but during the Erotic Rockstar years, I was much more focused on my experiences with women than I was on my teaching of men.
Okay, I see. Yeah, how many women have you slept with? If you had to estimate?
Oh, I try not to kiss and tell.
You kiss and tally, though, I'm sure.
I'm just trying to get a rough idea. I mean, are we
I don't
talking
know.
500?
2 to 3.
2 to 300. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so
I've had a number of really long-term relationships.
because we were just talking about this a second ago. When did you discover, though, you could have multiple orgasms as a dude?
That was around 06. Yeah.
Okay.
So I start maybe 6 months after I became multi-orgasmic myself. I came to realize, I am regularly having experiences in my body most men don't even realize is possible.
Yeah.
And so I had a friend who was like, "Teach me," and I'm like, "I don't know if I can do that," but he insisted. So we'd get on the phone every few days, and I would guide him. I'd ask him very specific questions. I'd guide him, and within a couple of weeks, he came to be what I now call stamina superpowers. He came to be able to last as long as he wanted.
Really?
So time did not matter at all.
Wow.
And then another month after that, he was multi-orgasmic. He started singing my praises through the community, and next thing I know, I had a client list.
That's where it took off, and that's why all those shows got a hold of you, and I got you. I see now. So you can teach this.
Yeah, I'm doing a free webinar about it tonight. That's why I want to be on your show.
Oh, okay. All right. So, fellas, if you want to get the info, the knowledge on how to do this, you can go to the webinar.
Yeah, free. It's my gift to your audience in that sense. It's evolvedmasculine.com/stamina superpowers. Go there now. Free.
Okay.
Sign up.
Is it like tantric, sexy stuff?
My roots are in Tantra. I've got a 10-plus year history in Tantra, so I just really have made a point of taking it and grounding it into language that people can really relate to.
Are there some guys that can't learn it, or is it foolproof?
It's physiologically, you can learn it.
Okay.
Now, where you're at mentally and your commitment to doing the practices, and the thing is, the process may be confronting. People carry all sorts of stuff around their sexuality, and your stuff's going to come up. But
Okay.
you know what? That's part of the process. Is let's move you through that stuff.
I see.
Because that's how you're going to have your better sex anyway. Besides just the lasting as long as you want the multiple orgasms, you're going to have better sex by like moving through, your culturally induced sexual shame, guilt, fear, and whatever bull crap you're carrying.
That's a lot of therapy there.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, but you're just saying that comes up as a part of the process. Yeah.
It does, and luckily I know how to help people move through that as well.
Yeah.
I hate to sound crass or maybe crude, but I'm imagining if you're watching this webinar and you're a dude, you're doing things to yourself.
Are you?
I doubt it. It's not very sexy.
So you're not like,
the
hold off.
You're not okay. See.
I don't know. I'm just.
All right,
Are
so
you
I can
coaching
remove.
them?
I can take my hand off my balls right now.
Yeah. So you don't have like a sexual partner there and demonstrating these methods. Now, see,
Not a how-to.
Not during this webinar. Though
Okay.
We're creating a new product, like a digital product version of the training that is going to
see.
include explicit content. I just really have come to believe that men will learn much quicker if they really see it in action.
Okay.
Because we're visual.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot easier that way.
what time is the seminar?
Where are you? Your Central Time?
We're
So it starts
Central,
at 8
yeah.
PM. Yeah, it starts at 8 p.m. your time, 6 p.m. Pacific.
All right.
What's the URL
You,
again?
you can make it.
Yeah, give us that site again.
Yeah, evolvedmasculine.com. That's my main site. /stamina. Like stamina lasts as long as you want. Superpowers.
Okay.
Because by time you're done with this training, you will have stamina superpowers. We'll be like, what?
Send it to
You'll
your
say,
friends, lady.
activate.
Yeah,
Now.
you're my superhero.
Pass that link around to your boyfriend.
And if you have a wife,
Honestly, that's how it often happens.
Really?
Women are my biggest evangelists. Like,
Honey,
when I-
watch this, please.
please, honey,
Here's
Here's
please.
some pork rinds and beer. Just sit and
Women
watch it.
Men watch the things, women share it.
Yeah, because they're like, hey,
We
we gotta get.
need you to last longer
gotta
than
get
what
our-
you normally do, I'm
Hey,
sure.
you watch it now. Well, that is very interesting, though. It's a fun topic when you see the way Destin kind of gets into it. And again, tonight I don't know how in depth it'll be, but at least it'll give you the early stuff that you need to know. So
Did your girlfriend send it to you, DC? Is that how you found out about it?
Sharing.
I just happened to be flipping through TV.
I'm finding out how to last longer?
No, I was just going through the channels, and you were on a show, and it caught my eye because of the Erotic Rockstar thing, because they teased that. I thought it was going to be John Bon Jovi or somebody.
Well, he comes out, he's got the rock star kind of look. He's got the blonde, long, curly hair and the open vested shirt. You know?
Yes.
So he looks like
He did,
kind of
yeah.
guy that's maybe a lover.
But I didn't know who it was at first. Then I started watching, and I thought it was interesting.
Here comes the explanation.
I've shifted my look a bit. I'm turning 40 in under a year now. I'm starting a family, but let's just say I have more of what I call my executive rock star look these days. Where
Me
I
too.
can go into rooms full of hundreds of entrepreneurs.
Yes,
And
yes.
on one hand, like they see me as one of them. On the other hand, there's like clearly something different about me that they want.
Yeah, your penis. That's what they're looking for.
Well, that's what some are.
control of it.
Yes, they are. How do you have
always
sex with the
aimed
300 women?
I always aimed more to be the man that women would want and men would want to be like.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
How do you have the sex with the 300 women and not get tied down to them because they're all great experiences?
Me getting tied down or her getting tied down?
Oh,
I
hey.
see.
How are you able to just walk away?
Well, first of all, like I said, I'm getting married in 3 months.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
Congrats on that.
thank you. So there are definitely risks that come with becoming an extraordinary lover. Not to pat myself on the back too much, but the biggest challenge is that women do, like, even if I'm really big on agreements, like I was saying at the start of this conversation, and being really honest and transparent about like what I was available for and what I wasn't available for. And that does help. It does help. But, she can think that, yes, that's totally fine. And then she's having this mind-blowing orgasm after orgasm. Her heart is opening up. You know, I know how to not just like please her pussy. I'm sorry.
That's okay. He's talking about a cat.
Yes.
No big.
Yes. Her dog or snake, whatever.
Right. So you know how to please that and make her fall in love.
Well, you know how to open her heart, make her feel good, make her feel cared for, all those things that really, honestly, if you really want a woman to go to those multiple orgasmic places, her really being able to feel like her heart is taken care of is often a really necessary place.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Right. I would agree with that. And it's interesting, though, because we were also discussing how a lot of guys feel like it's an insult to their masculinity to have to look up anything for help in this area. You know, I was born a great lover, man. I ain't never had anybody. I ain't never had a woman complain.
Yeah, not to him, maybe.
Yeah, that's because they don't say it to your face.
That's the problem. I mean, as men, I think that we do get the message that we're supposed to just know it all. Right. And I do speak as if I have so much of this figured out, but I do have so much of this figured out, but it's not because I was born this way. It's because I'm a dedicated student of sex and love. And being that dedicated student is what brought me to a place of extraordinariness. And you can too. Just be that student.
There you go.
All right. One more time, Ricky, can you write this URL? I don't have a pen. Can you write this? Where can they go tonight?
Well, I just found him on Facebook.
I say go now and register so that you got a seat in it, because my webinar software only holds so many people. But Evolved Masculine, like take your masculinity and evolve it, evolvedmasculine.com/stamina superpowers.
Got it.
Right.
I'm going to send it to your page right now, too, Za.
Send it.
You're awesome.
Done.
Send.
Destin, thank you. And, if you're not too busy in the future, we would love to have you back.
Yeah.
And talk some more.
I've got some great erotic rockstar stories I could share with you.
I know you do. I know you do. I mean, I like I said, I saw you with Penn and Teller on their old show on Showtime, which was called Bull.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
they were doing an episode on orgasm.
That's right.
In a 30-minute episode, they did 28 minutes on female orgasm, and they gave men 2 minutes.
Right.
Wow.
But at least they gave it to you.
2 minutes on that.
Right. They came to you for that 2 minutes, so there you go. Yeah, it was all about the ladies, like it usually is.
Should be.
All about the ladies.
Not this one.
And Destin, what's your Facebook or website if people want to hook up there?
Well, the easiest right now would be evolvedmasculine.com or my name, Destin Garrick, ESTIN, Destiny without the Y, GEREK.
There you go.
Or Facebook or what have you.
Well, thanks for spending some time with us, and we look forward to doing it again in the future, man.
Yeah, really, really a pleasure, and thank you for having me on, man.
The former erotic rock star.
Yes.
But he's still a rock star.
Yeah.
Destin Garrick, thank you, man. Talk to you soon, and we'll be checking out the deal tonight.
Have you ever had a girl say, "Gosh, DC, we just had sex like a rock star"?
Like a
have you ever been called a rock star in the bed?
I don't think I'm trying to. The way you said it the first time.
Well, I said it wrong.
Rock star.
Has anyone ever
that was
called
rockstar
you?
sex right there.
That was like rock star sex.
Yeah.
You ever had that
Crazy, sweaty.
I don't think so. That's not a word that. Do a lot of women? Do you say that?
I think I've said it before.
Oh, have you?
Take a seminar then.
To who exactly?
This was years ago.
Yeah. She's still searching for that next rock star.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
It was.
And she's waiting for the next one. If you think you are the next rock star, phone us now. 636-695-2915.
Oh, man.
What? You can't sleep with the erotic rock star. He's in Vegas.
He's engaged now.
I don't think that would be a good idea anyway.
That's right. He's engaged.
I think if you had him, then you would only want him and nobody else, and he would ruin you for the rest of the world.
You think so?
I don't know.
You'd compare everything to that.
Right.
A guy, that's known. Well,
it would be so I would never be able to do it.
Is he I thought he was known for having multiple orgasms himself. That doesn't mean necessarily you are having them, but I guess he's known for that too.
Yeah, I can't imagine if he's having multiple, I wouldn't be too.
Long for the ride.
Well, we'll see if we can get him into town.
No.
Back in a minute. It's the Morning Hangover for Monday, May 8th.
I hope you got as much of a kick out of that ending as I did. See you soon. In the meantime, if you haven't already, check out the Evolved Masculine Blueprint, in which I lay out for you the Evolved Masculine as I see it, while hopefully inspiring you to get clearer on what your Evolved Masculine archetype is. Download it, listen to it, evolvedmasculine.com/blueprint, evolvedmasculine.com/blueprint, and then do the little writing prompt at the end. I promise the more you put into it, you're going to get something really valuable out of it. Cool. See you soon. Peace.